Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's session. And today we are going to talk about LinkedIn. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Josephine Warner, and I'm helping my clients to build and optimize their online offers. And the reason why I'm here today, together with Angela Sandas, who will introduce herself shortly, is because you can't just build and optimize offers if you don't have an audience to share those offers with. And that is why we are adding LinkedIn. We're sharing information about LinkedIn, how to build your LinkedIn profile, how to build your audience on LinkedIn. And that is what today's session is going to look into. We're going to look into we're going to ask Angela what questions you have, because you're mainly on Facebook and you want to move into LinkedIn. So that is why it's so cool to have you here today. So Angela, please introduce yourself shortly.
Thank you, Josephine. So happy that you invited me, because if you don't know me, my name is Angela. I'm a virtual event sales expert. So I help coaches and service providers to scale using converting events, masterclasses, challenges, and live launches. And as you said, one of my main platform has been and has been for a very, very long time, I built a fitness business before, is Facebook. And I master Facebook. I master Facebook lead generation. I master Facebook content creation. And I really love Facebook, but I also see the value of being on different kind of platform. And Instagram was my platform in my fitness business. It's not anymore. I feel Instagram is not the platform I want to move into. So I want to move into LinkedIn. But the problem is that platform is not like Facebook, right? And so I started to reach out to Josephine, because you kind of master LinkedIn, and I started to ask you a lot of questions. And one of the biggest, the questions that I want to ask you, Josephine, is, when I started LinkedIn is years ago, but then I moved into using LinkedIn to my business. And the first bump that I run into was my profile, because some people told me I needed to have this. Some people told me, oh my God, you don't want to have this, you need to have this. And some people, no, you do not want to share this. And some people said I need to have a profile picture where I look straight into the camera, otherwise people wouldn't take me seriously, and all these kind of things. So I really wanted to kind of ask you if you could share what is the main things that I want to have or should not have on my LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, so that is an amazing question. And I mean, that is the picture that you're sending to others, the first piece that they will actually see when they see you or see your profile. But before we go into that, let me just share a little bit of a kind of story about myself. Because when I quit my corporate job, I was so afraid of social media, and in particular, super afraid of LinkedIn. I don't call myself a LinkedIn guru today, because I'm not. But what I have done is I have overcome the fear of actually posting and sharing and connecting with people on LinkedIn. And I think that is the piece that is so important. And from there, we can only grow, right? So it's just like taking that step to really start being on the platform and really dare to share about who we are and what it is that we do. But to be able to do that, we actually need to have a profile that we are proud of, that we stand behind, that we say that independently of who comes across my profile, they will see that Angela or Josephine or Peter or Petra or whoever is actually a specialist in what they're doing. And that is why it's so important. So the first thing that people will see when they click on your profile is they will see your banner, the top thing on your profile. And what many people do there is they actually repeat their own full name, or maybe the company name or whatever it might be, which is unnecessary information, because they already have, you need
to share. I have that. So you see, I need this.
So they already have that type of information with your name. They already clicked on your name. They already know who you are. Underneath the banner will be your company name, or will list the position that you're in. So it's kind of, that is unnecessary information. What you want to use the banner for is to present a picture of who you are. More from that perspective. It's like if you're promoting, let's say, a masterclass, or if you're promoting a freebie that you're having, whatever it might be, like a very short message, and then you say, this is what I do, this is who I help, for example, I also have a picture of myself again, but a type of a different picture compared to the picture that I have in my profile picture. If we then move down a step to your title, or as you and I like to call it, and the one-line moneymaker, the thing that will help others to understand what is it that you do, who do you do it for, and how do you do it, right? And you can use that piece in a very short format, because that is the thing when people see that when you comment on other things, and that is the cool thing with LinkedIn, that your network can see when you comment, for example, on my post, and they will also see who you comment on, and they will see that one-line moneymaker or the elevator pitch or the unique selling proposition. They will see that. So if someone sees that you comment on someone else's post and it says, I'm a virtual event specialist, and they might think, I actually need that, or I want to learn more about that. So drop these things of CEO, CFO, or whatever it might be, and use it to kind of like to have a one-line moneymaker that really makes sense. One of my clients is and was in corporate, and that person is within the compliance department of a bank, and he had, I think, compliance officer or something like that first. And I said, no, but what is it that you do? Well, I help to keep our clients safe. Well, yeah, then let's put that, because that also creates a little bit of an interest. That is the first connection point. That is to create a little bit of a curiosity, how you can actually change that and use that. Another piece that is really important is that those things are searchable. So if you have like, I'm a virtual events coach, for example, you will be so cold pitched by appointment setters and whatnot, because they will search for that term in your profile and they will just bombard you with messages. And I had that first too, and I was like, what is happening? I get so many cold DMs all the time, and I'm a person who always responds to all of the DMs, and I was like, I don't have time to respond to all of these cold DMs saying I'm not interested, I'm not interested, I'm not interested. And until I realized that I need to drop the word coach, and as soon as I dropped that, the cold DMs stopped. I do have in my profile that I help coaches, but that's a different thing, because these are the target people that I'm or my target audience that I'm helping. So make that stand out. These are really important pieces. And the next thing, if we move down a little bit, there are lots of things in between that you can change and update. But if we move down to the another big thing is the about page. I always read the about page. Not everyone reads the about page, but one thing, if this is you, stop writing in third person, because everyone knows that you have written the about page. It is your profile. It's like your business card. It's about you. And what some of the gurus actually say is that it shouldn't be any personal in there. It shouldn't be about you. It should only be about the clients or the people that you want to help. And I agree in a way. However, you also I find it really important that you have some kind of like a personal touch, so that we actually get the feeling of who you are. What brought you to the point where you are? Why would someone want to connect with you? Because it's not only about selling. I need to sell. It's also about connecting with others, finding corporations, finding other people you want to share an audience with, becoming a guest on someone's podcast or whatever it might be. And to be able to do that, you actually want to have a little bit of a story. Use that section well. Don't only sell, but add a kind of like a personal touch to it too. That's what I find will help you stand out in comparison to so many others. I think those are the most important pieces.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I actually, look here, I actually wrote them down. So, because this is things that I can do now. I don't need to wait to do these things. And one thing that I love is the last part, because it's connect with what I do as well. I also tell people that people don't need to hear kind of only about them. They also want to be able to connect with your story, your beliefs, and why do you do what you do? What are the convictions behind of the entire thing that you do? And that I don't even think I have that on my profile. So let's not go and check that out, because I'm going to do this kind of 3 things. So that I wrote down. And one of the things that is really surprising, or that I think I have heard a lot of gurus say, is, oh no, nobody told me it's the third person thing, because I believe that a lot of people write in a third because it sounds more professional. You think it sounds more professional, and that is one of the, I guess it's a limiting belief that I had, that as soon as I open LinkedIn compared to Facebook, I get everybody looks like professional, everybody is so much further than me, everybody is this, everybody is that, when in reality that is not the case, right? But I think a lot of people that might listening to this feel that way, and you're not alone. Look at me, I have thousands and thousands of followers on Facebook, and of course on Instagram, and I still feel that way when I open LinkedIn. So this was kind of, yeah, thank you so much. And can I move into another question? Because one of the things that I feel coming from Facebook is that I have taken stuff on Facebook, and then I moved into LinkedIn and posted the same thing, and crickets.
Yeah.
But it's like it doesn't work. And I feel like I don't know what to post.
Yeah.
Or is that something you wanted to talk about later on?
Yeah, I suggest that we do a totally separate thing. What I would suggest is actually, because I would want you to take away these things, do implement these things, come back with any questions you might have, because this is the first piece. So get this done and dusted first. There are other things that will need to be done, but they can be done at a later stage. So start with these things first, and then we would move into the content that really converts. And I suggest we do a totally separate session on that one. So if you're watching this now, don't forget to tune in to next week's session, when we are going to cover a little bit more about content that converts. And not only that, because we have a huge thing coming up on the 16th of January, and that is a super separate special masterclass that we have created just for this purpose. Because what I tell my clients to do all the time is you need to listen to what it is that they want. You need to listen to your clients, what it is that you want. And you actually, Angela, you started to poking me some months back, and you said, Josephine, you have to teach LinkedIn. You have to teach LinkedIn. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not a guru. I'm absolutely not doing that. Then clients or prospects came to me and said, how do you do this? How do you do that? And I still said, I'm not a guru. I'm not doing this. And I had one client, she didn't give up. And she said, Josephine, I really need to work with you. I want to clean up my LinkedIn. And I said, okay, I'll do it. I was like, okay. And she was my first kind of like LinkedIn client, the person I helped with her LinkedIn profile. Because I do generate most of my organic leads through LinkedIn. I do connect with people. I have the most amazing cooperation possibilities and opportunities through LinkedIn. And I want to share these things in a separate masterclass to cover what you will have after that masterclass is like my 5-step framework of how I work with LinkedIn, what I teach my clients to do too, and also some really important do's and don'ts in addition to the third person. Don't write your profile in the third person. And we will cover that in a separate masterclass on the 16th of January. And I will share the link so that you can definitely register for that. And we will also do another session where we do look into a little bit more about content that converts and why going viral might not necessarily be the thing that is really helpful for you. So that is what we will cover in our next session. So until then, don't forget or please register for the masterclass. The link is somewhere underneath. Also remember to implement the things that I just said, because then what will happen then, you are a step ahead of everyone. Because it's so much easier to stand out on LinkedIn compared to Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, right? So make sure you implement these things. That's your first business card. So do that. Add any questions you might have to that, and then we will see each other in the next week's session. Is there anything you would like to add, Angela, before we close this?
I thank you. No, I thank you so much. I'm going to implement these things that you told me. I've written them down. So when we come back next week, I'm going to share with you that I have also done it. You're going to hold me accountable, and I think that is important because otherwise we don't do what we would do. So and this was really simple. This was really simple tips that doesn't require me to know a lot of things about LinkedIn to actually go and do this right now. So thank you so much. I can't wait till next week. I have more questions. And I can't wait for the masterclass, because it's going to be my kickoff. As many of you who may be listening to this, I really feel like 2024 is the year of me scaling into LinkedIn. And it's the biggest event for me to kick off my LinkedIn journey is your masterclass. So I really encourage everyone, and I'm going to be there. I have the same questions as you. Exactly as you. I want to move into LinkedIn. I feel it's so complicated. And so I can't hardly wait for that masterclass. So come and join us.
See you all. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.